Hello, Snake Eyes Lifestyles Limited. I'm changing oil in my car today. It's got around 146,000 miles. I'm going to, I've already got it draining. I've got it on ramps, which you can see there. I'm going to put in this, I was using this right here, the Mobil 1 annual, which I changed about 5,000 miles ago. So this made the second time I changed, this will be the third time I change it, but I'm not using this Mobil 1. I'm going to use the Platinum 5W30 synthetic, full synthetic. I'm going to try it out, but I'm going back underneath the car right now. I also got an oil filter. This is TG 6607 Tough Guard Fram. It's supposed to be any oil, hot and cold temperatures, 15,000 mile protection, stop and go traffic driving. It says good for all oil, so which is all right. It's a 15,000 mile filter. That's what I got under right now. I didn't change it to the first oil change with the Mobil 1. But I went ahead and this will be the second filter change at 15,000 miles. Yeah, 16,000 miles. But I'm going to put the Pennzoil in it, Platinum. And I don't like the Mobil 1. I'm going to run the Pennzoil in it. Plus it's a little cheaper, but it's probably better oil. So I'm going to go underneath the car. I'll show you guys here a little bit. I'm going to try to get that filter off. I'll show you my filter. Let's see here. I'll show you guys real quick. This is my the filter that I'm putting on. It's the Tough Guard filter. I don't want to turn it upside down, but you can see it. Seems like a good filter, oil filter, but I've got to put my drain plug back in. I've got it wrapped in this towel. I've got my tools ready. So there's my, clean that up. I'm going to put this back in my drain plug. Back in the hole. Get that changed up. Tighten up. I've already got my wrench adjusted. Ready to tighten it up. Doesn't have to be that tight. Just a little bit snugged. Got the old drain plug put back. Okay, that's what Mobil 1 high mileage. I think it's Mobil 1 high mileage annual oil change for up to 20,000 miles. Well, I'm not done. I've already changed this. I've already changed it twice, around 10,000 miles. This is about 16,000. Well, this makes the third time I'm changing oil, but I'm using Pennzoil Platinum. Now I've got to get this. Let me move this camera around here. I've got to get over here and I'll show you guys the filters. The filters up in here. Well, let me see if I can move this around here. It's behind that cover right there. I've got to go in behind right here and change it, which I've got a wrench, this wrench, to take it off. I just hand tighten it back. I haven't changed it in. Let me get over here. I've got to get up over here to get up to the filter. It's right up in there. Behind that, you can see it there probably a little. Let me see if I can show you guys real quick here. Use the other side of my lens. I don't want to. You can see it. Let me see if I can show you guys. That's the filter I was using, oil filter. It was a 15,000. It's a 15,000 mile. I think 15 or 20,000. I get it out here, I'll show you. I've got to get it drained. I gotta get turned around here some way. Let's see how I get turned around here. I'm out backwards here. Usually I'm coming from the other direction, from under the bottom, instead of right directly from the front. But this is the direction I came from. To change it, I've got to loosen it up and take it off. Drain what oil's out of that. If I can get these teeth on here. It's just a job trying to get that off of there. Let's see if I can do it. Turn it to the left. Ooh, I gotta use some muscle power. Like I said, it's been on there about 11,000 miles or so, somewhere around that. I just didn't want to change. I don't like the Mobil 1 oil. I used to have an oil filter wrench. It got bent on me. It's a metal one, and it's really for bigger oil filters than these little small ones. And I just use this to take it off. Okay, got to get it ready here. Man, it's a mess. I've got to get it right underneath. If I can see around right here, get it underneath. About pulled my car over on the ramps too far to the left. Let that drain down. Yeah, I just don't like the Mobil 1 oil. I mean, it's got a red tint to it, but it might have had some more life in it. But like I said, the first oil change I did, I changed in it. I used that Mobil 1, the same oil, high mileage, annual oil. It's supposed to be up to 20,000 miles, but I changed it at like 5,000 or so miles. Then I changed it. Then I put Mobil 1 in it second time, and then now the third time after 10,000, 11,000 miles, I'm gonna put the Pennzoil in it. I don't like the Mobil 1 oil. Yeah, I don't like the Mobil 1. Thread this out a little bit so they can drain on down. But I've already changed the front transfer case. It's right above me here. Yeah, right here somewhere. Let me see. Yeah, I've changed it. I've already changed the transfer case fluid, and I've changed the rear end that where it's all-wheel drive. I've changed the fluid in the back too. Yeah, I've already. It looks dry and stuff where I've drained it. I've drained it and put all the fluid in it. I don't know why a little bit of oil was down here on the bottom of this transfer case. On this transmission, there's a little bit of oil. I'm gonna have to check the transmission fluid. I changed it probably back. I'm trying to think back when I first got the car in January, around the first. Well, it was right at the end of December, and I changed it a little bit a couple weeks or so after I got the car. So the only oil I got to change, I want to get the. I don't know if I'll do it today. I've got the oil change I'm doing, but I've got to change the. I've changed the transmission fluid, but I used the drain plugs right here. I drained it and I got the bolts down, but I couldn't get to the bolts right here in the front. So I had to push it back up, bolt it back up. I wanted to change that transmission filter, which I didn't get to. I'd like to jack the back end of it up, see if that levels out enough to where I can get my my wrench in there, so I can drop down the pan, clean it out, put in my new transmission filter, and put these bolts back. But the only problem is I got to put a little thread, some of the Loctite or something on the bolts where they go back up in here, because a couple of them don't really want to tighten. So I may put a little bit of Loctite on them. It's a mild Loctite, they'll break loose, but I'll put it up on that and put it in there, because it doesn't act like they want to tight. So I'll put a little bit of Loctite. If I change it today, I may wait till tomorrow. Okay, let's see, I think that's all drained. Let me see if the new, let's see, this was a gold one. It says, it's a 660, no wait, I'm trying to read it. See, it's a 66, it's an XG 60607, XG 6607. The other one's a TG, Tough Guard. This is XG. It was I think this was a 15 or 20,000 mile oil filter, which I went about 11,000 miles and changed it, which doesn't look too bad, but you can see it right here after 11,000 miles with the Mobil 1. And let me put the other filter, the new one, beside it. They're made about the same. They're made about the same. It's a 15,000 mile filter, but oops, losing a little bit of oil. But yeah, it's a 15,000 mile. I think this one's either 15 or 20, the gold one, but it doesn't matter. I'm getting it out of there. So I've just got to make sure. Let me see if I can check here. Let me block the screen here for a sec. See where this filter, make sure it's clean around that, where the oil, where the filter come off. Make sure the old gasket's off. The old gasket is off. I'm just wiping some of the old oil around it. I'm getting oil all over me. Okay, now I gotta put the new filter on. I should be in another position, but I'm in the wrong spot really to be doing this. Let me see here. Let me push this back some. I'm really in the wrong, I'm in the wrong spot to be doing this really. But that's all right. I'm all right with that. I should have been over behind this, but that's all right. I can get it from here too. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to hand tighten it since it's a small filter and I can get to it right on the side. I'm just going to hand tighten it. I don't know. I may put the wrench on it. I've got it hand tightened, pretty torqued, but I may just put this wrench on it for just an extra little turn for just safety, security, so it don't come off. But I'm just going to put it on that rough section that it has that looks tough. See if I can get it up over there. About getting too old for this kind of work. That torqued it a little bit. That turned it just a tad bit, so I should be good to go. That's not going to come off there. But I can show you real quick here, like just a sec. Sorry if I'm a little sloppy with the camera. I've got my tripod. This little tripod's not much, but you can see that there. See where it went right there. The new oil filter. Yeah, I got this little tripod. It's a cheap little tripod. But yeah, these, I like to drop this right here down. Take the, let me see how many bolts. I think there's 19 bolts. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, I think, bolts. 10 millimeters is what it takes. And I like to drop it down and put my new oil transmission filter in it. But that's all right. Let me see. I've done under here. Drain plug's tight, oil filter's tight. So the only thing I got to do now is run it down off the ramps, back it off the ramps. Well, not really. That's a lie. I got to put oil in it. Then back it down and then top it off. Let me see if I can get my tripod set up here. I don't know if I can or not. Yeah, it's not completely tight. Let's see here. Oh God, there we go. Now you can see, this is the, where I'm gonna put the oil in at. Let me get my oil. This is the oil I'm getting. I'm putting in it. I don't like Mobil one. I'm going with this oil. Let me get my oil filter. I've got to get my oil filter. Well, it's not an oil filter. It's a, it's my my funnel. I use one that's got a screen in case something drops. Let's see here real quick. I've got a, that's all wiped out. There's no, and I'm gonna put my oil in it. Let's see here. I'm only using about 4.5 quarts. This is a 5 quart. So I'm only going to be using about 4.5. Once I put about 4.5 quarts in, I'm going to level it out and check it here in a little bit. I like how Pennzoil's got their the handle where I'm reaching, got the handle putting the oil in. I'll put 4.5 quarts in it. Then I'll back it off the ramps. Then I'll top it off with what oil I need to top off. I don't do any editing on my videos, so sorry if I'm slow. I don't do the editing or get on my laptop, do any editing or anything like that. I just do it raw material, whatever happens, happens. It's almost got 4 quarts in it now. I'm coming up on like almost 4.5 quarts. I can feel this jug. This jug's almost down. So this should be, let me see here. I'm gonna set it on something pretty well level here. Let's see if that's about, nah, I can go some more. It's showing over a quart's left in this jug, so I gotta use about half of this. Now that's showing about a half a quart. So that's showing about a half a quart on this. So what I'm gonna do is, let me set it on something here more level. Yeah, it's about a half a quart. So I've got to check. I'll go ahead and let that drain on down in there. That's about all the oil in there. Okay, it's good. It's all good. Now I'm gonna put my towels. I got these blue towels I stuffed down in here in my funnel, so it don't keep it. It keeps the dirt out of it, and then I'll put it in a bag. That's my method of doing it, and it keeps dirt and dust off of it and everything else. And then I just tie it over. You can get the Walmart bags and reuse bags. So let's see here. I've got to put the cap back on. I kind of wipe in around the caps and get some of the dirt off around the outer edge. I even get it out inside the cap. Wipe all that out, wipe around the edges. Blow out, make sure there ain't no paper towel left on it. Let me see, I gotta get it on here. It only goes one way. If it don't go on the right way, it won't tighten down right. Let me see here real quick. It's funny how this one thing is, it just acts like it don't wanna, might be on there right, I don't know, maybe I'm over exaggerating. But it's on there tight, all good. Only thing I gotta do, the only thing I gotta do is back off the ramps, level it out, and wait about 15 minutes and check it again. And then if I need some more oil, I'll have it right here. And let's see here. You can probably, I don't know if you can see it or not, it's showing about a half a quart. That's about level. It's about a half quart. It should be almost full. Oops. But yep, that's my oil change. I don't know if I'll change the transmission fluid and drop that pan or not. But you guys have a good day. And that was my oil change. I'm using the Pennzoil. I think it's Ultra Platinum. Let me see. No, Pennzoil Platinum. Full synthetic is what I'm using. 5W30 made from natural gas. But I'm gonna try it out. And I don't like Mobil one, but I'm switching this Pennzoil. I've always used Pennzoil. Dad used Pennzoil, so it's Dexos 1 it says. But you guys have a good day, and I've got my oil change down here. I just got to clean it up. And you guys take care, enjoy your day, and take care. Sorry for being too long on the video and everything. I try to get my tripod out here, this little short one, so, and it's kind of flimsy. But yeah, you guys have a good day, and that was my oil change. Take care and enjoy your week. Well, it ain't weekend. It's my weekend. I'm off Monday, Tuesday from work. So you guys have a good day. Bye.